Hey, welcome back to Nav's Nonsense. So nothing exciting to report for the day, to be honest, just the usual tidying up and stuff. But I had a really interesting conversation with someone, basically my husband and my mum actually. I think that's the gist of it. And kind of just my husband had the same conversation with a few other people. So in kind of the Indian community, we believe in something called, I don't know if belief is the right word, but I think it's the best one to use in this kind of context. A word which is called Nazar. Now, Nazar means basically evil eye. So people start believing that things are starting to go wrong, that someone's basically cast an evil eye on you or your family, and that's why it's happening. And we say, kind of like an old wives' tale. Put salt around you, around the person you think is happening to, or get some crushed dry chilies, put that around them, and burn them, type of thing. So it's just that kind of something that's just always been there. It's like, it's how we say, don't walk under a ladder, or I don't know, don't keep umbrellas open inside. It's just another old wives' tale, but one that's really, really powerful, and one that some people really, really do believe in, and it can have really negative effects. It's just kind of got me thinking that, if someone has put an evil eye on, what do we do? Do we stop living? Do we carry on living? Are we scared then to show our success because we don't want someone to say, oh look, now they had nothing and now they got everything? Isn't that just part of growth and maturity, and just trying to understand that really? It's kind of like the main thing. I mean, I think people will always be jealous of you, whether you kind of have nothing or if you have everything, because nowadays everything is on social media. So people will think that, oh my god, look, they're always out for dinners, or they're always going out shopping, or whatever it is, and it might just be you just putting up a few Instagram posts or something in your story to say, oh look, I'm in Harrods today, or I'm in Westfields, or I'm just having a day out with so and so. I don't think that necessarily means that you must have an abundance of something. Or someone might say, oh look, she's got a new handbag, or they've got a new car, and they've just bought this big house, how do they afford it? So it's kind of one of those sorry, I have a hair in my mouth. One of those topics where you just think to yourself, like, actually, what do we do then? Do we not want to show our successes? Do we only show our failures because we're scared that someone's going to say something and put a bad kind of perspective on it? I'm only 26, but I've got so much ahead of my life. Sorry, I've got a house, or I'll get a car, or I'll get something, and someone's gonna say, well, oh look at her, she doesn't work, or how did her husband have loads of money? Where did they get it from? Like, it's just a very kind of small kind of minded thinking, and instead of being happy for someone, it's like, well, where do they get it from? And I'm not saying that's just an Indian people. I think that's just people across the board in general. We don't know how to show happiness for someone because we're always thinking that we want more than them, or we want to understand how do they achieve it. I mean, I might even say it myself, think, oh god, you know what, I wonder where they got that from. I'm sure they did, but then I think to myself, actually, you know what, maybe they won the lottery, maybe there's some savings. I really don't know what happens behind closed doors. But I think Nazar is a really big part of a community, because we do really, I mean, it's everyone. Everyone has their own way, or they might have a different word for it, but the concept is, the justification is behind it, that what do we do in this situation? Do we stop plastering our life? I mean, we all live on social media. If we're out, we have to show what restaurant we're in, or we have to show the latest fashion statement that we've got. We've got a brand new car. I mean, it's just the way it is. We just kind of molded to this society now. And some people are sitting there saying, well, I don't put it on social media, but you're looking at other people who put it on social media. You don't necessarily need to do it, putting it on social media, because when someone's around you, you'll have a habit of saying, oh, have you seen my new car? Have you seen my wife's new bag? Or, we got this for our child. So I think everyone has their own individual ways of doing it. But my biggest question that I propose on this, do we stop living then because we're in fear of success, or of someone casting an evil eye on us? If things go wrong, do we put it down to, oh, because we had all this? I really don't know. I mean, I think there's been times in my life where I've had nothing, but people have still said, "Oh, look at her going out every weekend and doing this," but you don't know where I got that money from. You don't know the backstory behind it, or anything like that. So it just does really, really make me think that, you know, what should we do? What society are we living in? Do we live in fear then that we can't ever show anything, or do we just carry on living and just think, screw it, what's going to happen is going to happen? Because that's what my thinking is. You know, that day when we had the conversation between the three of us, and then when, you know, my husband had it with his family members, you know, his family member, he was saying, you know, you should try to keep it on the down low, which is completely fine. I mean, that's their personal opinion. But mine was, well, actually, no, because I don't want to live in fear. It's what's going to happen is going to happen. And after going through so much hardship, I think it's nice to show someone that actually, you know what, hard work does pay off. You know, working hard and achieving all this is kind of where we got it. But then at the same time, it's like so many roadblocks. Is that down to someone casting an evil eye? I mean, someone might just be genuinely happy for us, and it's just come across as a really negative way. Is that something to consider? I really don't know. I'm actually stumped because I don't know what to do. You know, I did say to my husband, I said, should I stop making these videos? Because what if someone's watching these and puts an evil eye on us? Because that's, your mind just starts going into overdrive, and you just start thinking about things, which might not even have any relevance to it. I mean, I don't show anything fancy in these videos, but I might in the future. I have no idea where, you know, this road is going to take me. But does that mean I stop when I start getting success because I'm fearful that someone's going to destroy it? I don't know. I really can't answer that question. But I think deep down, I don't think we should stop living, you know, in fear as a whole. I think we should just kind of let that kind of just roll out and see what happens. And yeah, it's really unfortunate when people have everything and then they lose it. You know, is that down to someone's jealousy getting the better of them? Maybe that's why envy is a 7 deadly sin. I really have no idea, but I just think it's something that we should definitely think about. That, you know, should we stop living life because of people casting evil eye on us? Should we stop having that kind of what's the best way, happiness, because we're scared that if we show a bit of happiness that someone will just, you know, get the best of us? I don't know. It's a mystery, I guess, and I guess one that we'll kind of never have an answer for. Sorry, I keep touching my hair because, you know, it needs to be sorted out. It's really messy today. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one to think about. And, you know, if you guys have any kind of experiences or situations where you felt that, you know, someone has cast an evil eye on you or your family, then please do get in touch and drop me a mail at navsnonsense@gmail.com. I'd love to hear all your stories, or obviously please drop a comment in the comment box. It'd be interesting to see if anyone has really been really badly affected by this, or is this just an old wives' tale that is just kind of consumed us and kind of taken over? Should we just put a blind eye to it and crack on with our life? I mean, I don't know, but I think it's one quite to think about. It's quite a deep thought to think about, actually, because when you think about it, there's a lot to consider, and there's a lot of kind of links to it. And it's not just, you know, Indian people, it's kind of worldwide. Everyone has their own, like I said, their own versions of it, and they might be thinking, oh God, you know, I've had a similar experience, or am I just talking a load of crap and it's nothing to think about? Either way, I'd love to know your views and thoughts on this, so please do drop me a comment or a message and get in touch about this, because I think it's something that we kind of need to talk about on a wider spectrum, because I am actually dumbfounded by what do we do? Do we crack on and live successfully and not worry about what other people think? Or do we live in fear because we're too scared to actually broadcast our happiness? I actually have no idea. But I think this is a food for thought for today. So I will leave it at that, because it's kind of getting a bit deep and even I'm starting to overthink it. But please like, watch and subscribe. Please subscribe to this so you can get my daily vlogs kind of just there for you. Notifications coming your way. Please do catch me on all my social media platforms. So that's your Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, all under Nav's Nonsense or Nav Kang. So I will speak to you all tomorrow. But do let me know your thoughts. And like I said, please watch, share and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.